This past year, I've been revisiting many cartoons I watched around the 2000s, and while some managed to hold up, others not so much. So what about Hi Hi Puffy AmiYumi? Does this show hold up? No. No it doesn't. But at the same time, it's not bad. Now, back in the days when I first watched these cartoons, I was baffled. I would constantly ask, what is this? This is a little unusual. Is this an anime or a western? Why does it always cut to live action? There was so much weirdness to this cartoon in comparison to others, but that didn't stop me from liking it. Of course, now I understand why the show is like this. They wanted to promote Puffy AmiYumi band. In fact, this entire show feels like a giant promotion for this band. Does that negatively affect the show? Not really and kind of, but I'll get to that later. Let's analyze this show as it is. The two main characters are Ami and Yumi, two members of the AmiYumi band, which also happens to be a successful band with a large fan base. Ami is sweet and innocent, while Yumi is a little goth and edgy. Now, if you look at them individually, they're kind of weak characters, but when they're together, they can be charming. Well, in comparison to the live action cuts. Oh man, sometimes the show cuts to these very short live action scenes featuring Ami and Yumi in real life, and man, do they look bored. I understand they're not actresses and they probably don't even need to have talent in acting, but they still look unmotivated in those live action scenes. But since they are incredibly short scenes and serve nothing to the episode, you're not even going to be that bothered with their acting, although they should have just removed those scenes if no one's going to put in the effort at all. Oh wait, promotion. My favorite character out of the two of them is probably Yumi, but only because she has Mandy's voice. Speaking of which, when I was a kid, I had a crush on Yumi. Yeah, I think I'm beginning to remember why I liked the show as a kid. One thing I don't like about the show is that sometimes they expect you to like them by finding them cool. The show isn't very humble with the fact that they're successful rock stars. I mean, it's not that much of an issue since the show doesn't always fixate on the rock star life, although that on its own is another major problem with the show. But before I bring up that, let's talk about Kaz. He is Ami and Yumi's manager, and I'm honestly not sure why. He has got to be the worst character of this entire show. He's scummy, greedy, coward, and selfish. This man is just an inconvenience. I really don't know why Ami and Yumi put up with this idiot. He's a horrible manager or a bad friend, puts his own interests above others, and bases his entire decision making on how much money he can win. I find it funny how they made him a bit of a goofy loser in order to make us like him more, and while that might be a good start, it's not enough. You have to give me real reasons to like this guy, cause right now, I can't find anything redeemable about this character. Yeah, I guess you could do worse than Kaz, but still, screw this guy. The art style for this show is a hybrid of Western and Japanese animation, kind of like Teen Titans, although this show is more leaned towards anime. I like the designs for Ami and Yumi. The cartoon is also animated using Flash, and unfortunately, it's very noticeable in a negative way. Yeah, this is one of those shows. Now, to be fair, the animation doesn't feel as robotic as Johnny Test, but it still feels lazy. I really don't like the low amount of effort put in the details of the background, which is sad because the settings for some of the episodes are pretty interesting, but they're wasted. You know, at a certain point, I even compared this animation with Teen Titans Go's. Yeah, you know something's very wrong when you compare your animation with Teen Titans Go. Although what might be the most bizarre aspect of this show are the concepts for every episode. They tend to be these cartoonish and wacky situations where Ami and Yumi are put on, which is strange. They're big rock stars, but the show doesn't focus on that. I think it would be pretty interesting to see their struggles as rock stars. But the situations they are put on don't even require them to be a rock star, which makes you question the existence of this show. What was the point of this show? Yes, I know, to promote Ami and Yumi, but still, they could have made an engaging and interesting stories with it, but they didn't. It was just wacky situations you can easily find in other cartoons. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying these episodes are bad. In fact, I think they're decent enough for me to watch them occasionally, but this does not feel like an inspired cartoon. However, there is one thing this show accomplished, and that is getting me into Puffy AmiYumi songs. After listening to this show's theme song and other songs playing during the episode, I've been interested in listening to these songs because they seem nice. And apparently they sang the Teen Titans theme song, so congratulations Cartoon Network, you got where you wanted. So what do I think of this show overall? Well, it could be funny sometimes. I like the two main characters and it's at least kind of original, sort of. Do I recommend this show? Well, unless you want to dive in nostalgia or want to see another hybrid of Western and Japanese animation, I don't recommend this show. Anyway, subscribe if you want to watch more of my content. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye for now.